Violent clashes have escalated between the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC's army, and Rwandan-backed M23 Tutsi-led rebels in eastern Congo, killing scores and displacing hundreds of thousands. The fighting, in a war that has lasted decades, has increased the risk of an all-out conflict between Congo and Rwanda that could suck in neighbours and regional forces, including South Africa, Burundi, Uganda, Tanzania and Malawi. In the capital Kinshasa and the North Kivu provincial capital Goma, Congolese have taken to the streets to protest against deteriorating security in the east and have accused the international community of not doing enough to hold Rwanda to account for its support of the rebels.
Kinshasa is on fire. The abrupt demonstrations took security officers by surprise too. Nobody was prepared for the commotion that ensued. Hundreds of youth stormed the streets and had already set their eyes on key targets: the UN offices and the embassies of US, France, Britain and Belgium. Their mission was to destroy them. Protesters argued that the UN body and the West is complicit to the current war ongoing in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
We are claiming our rights. France and the United States are fostering the war in the eastern DRC by supporting the rebellion. A country like Rwanda cannot fight against the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We are marching. We are not breaking or destroying people's property. But the head of the police is sending his officers to chase us away.
Why are the Americans, the French and the entire international community watching us getting killed but saying nothing?
Authorities stepped up security outside the embassies and UN buildings after the protesters targeted them. The situation in the conflict zone is getting grimmer by the week. Fighting flared in recent days around the town of Sake, 20 kilometers from Goma, between M23 rebels that Kinshasa says is backed by Kigali and the Congolese government forces. Counter-accusations and blame game have emerged. In the latest, DR Congo's army accused Rwanda of staging a drone attack at the night that damaged civilian aircraft at the airport in the strategic eastern city of Goma.
Dans la nuit du vendredi 16,
on the night of Friday the 16th to Saturday the 17th at 2 a.m. local time, attack drones from the Rwandan army, which had obviously left Rwandan territory, violated the territorial limits of the Democratic Republic of Congo and targeted aircraft belonging to the armed forces of the Democratic Republic of Congo, given the trajectories taken by the fire from these drones.
Les limites territoriales de la République démocratique.
After having fled, escalating violence between the Democratic Republic of the Congo's armed forces and the M23 rebel group in the east of the country, many internally displaced Congolese say they are suffering under miserable conditions in the new makeshift camps. And now there is a new problem. Torrential rains swelled the Congo River to its highest level in over 60 years in late December and forced around 500,000 people to flee the rising waters in riverside flood zones. 16 of Congo's 26 provinces are grappling with the fallout from the floods that killed at least 221 people, damaged thousands of homes, and exposed already vulnerable communities to increased risk of malaria and typhoid. Back in the capital, there was another set of protesters, women. All dressed in black, they came out in hundreds to counter the rowdy demonstrations by the youth. Their messages were directed to the government and the whole world.
All the mothers of civil society and those of public companies are marching to denounce all the evil that is going on in the east of the country. There have been far too many killings, assassinations, and genocide.
Concerned about the subhuman conditions in which our compatriots in the East live, where large families are constantly on the move. Women and girls are raped, stripped of their possessions and means of living and surviving.
Banners proclaimed 12 million victims since 1994. Pity the women and families of Eastern DRC. And the Congo will remain whole and indivisible. The DRC, the UN, and Western countries say Rwanda is supporting the rebels to control vast mineral resources, an allegation that Kigali denies. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.